Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay.
What did I do?
I don't know. I know we're recording though, so that's the important thing.
Okay, so
I'd hope
let's hang on. Now what the hell? Why did this happen now? Okay, hang on. Let me shut. I can shut that. I can shut that. Minimize that. There we go. What the hell? Okay, so participants. There we go. Is that better? How's it look on your end? I mean, I got everyone in gallery. Nothing changed on you. Okay, so for me, all kinds of windows and tabs popped up, so I apologize. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Hi everyone, welcome to Thrashers Paradise. I don't know where exactly I am at this point because we're on Zoom. We're joined with a great band from Toronto called Burdizzo, which is probably one of the more uniquer names we've had on the show for an interview, but we're here over Zoom, so I don't know if it's speaker view or gallery view it's being recorded in. I have it on speaker view, so I don't know if that's going to play an impact or anything. No, but still, we're joined with Burdizzo. Hey!
What's up? Well, we got the gallery view going on, so hopefully that's what's being recorded. I don't know. We'll see.
So I'll put it in gallery view then, too, just to be safe. But we are joined with the members of Burdizzo once again. You might remember the guy who's, I'm going to say my bottom left, because that's how he's facing me in this mode. That's Spencer of Cerberus, who's actually the bass player for Burdizzo.
How's it going?
Going great, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing well.
That is awesome. And we're joined with the other members as well. How are you two doing?
Good. What's going on?
Yeah, we're good. Thanks, man. Thanks for those kind words. I know we're proud of the name. Sofo came up with it, and we're glad, it's kind of stuck out for a lot of people.
And I think, I don't know if it has, but has it played a big factor in the band gang out there because of it being such a unique name?
I don't know. I wouldn't really say so, but I don't know, Miko.
Well, it helped that it wasn't a horrible name, right? I think we got real lucky. It could have went either way. The meaning obviously has its own origins, right? But we kind of use it as a bit of it kind of made sense for us. It was like a metaphor for life and how life's got you by the nutsack, pretty much,
Yeah.
Excellent. And now we are in the year 2021, but a big impact for the band came in 2019 in October when you released your, I want to say first full length? Yes, or second release? I know it's the second release because I'm on the Bandcamp right now. For the release I'm talking about is Nursery. And basically a year and a bit later, what has been the overall feedback from the fans and from listeners of all kind about Nursery?
Y'all want to take it? No? I can talk forever. I'm the vocalist. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to hijack this whole show if you guys won't tell me to shut up. But no, hey, look, we're obviously very proud of album number 2. I mean, it's grindcore albums, right? They're meant to be short, so they're not EPs. They are releases to us, They're the songs we've written within a certain amount of time and felt this is it. This is our album. No need to add or whatever. So album number 2 was special, obviously, because we had Andrew Power on board from Human Compost. He was in the band for a while. We had some great shows. I mean, opening for Aborted and Hypocrisy. I mean, and I always forget the Italian band's name. Oh my God! So come on, help me out.
The Hideous Divinity.
Yeah, Hideous Divinity. I'm so sorry. I always forget their name. I mean, and it was at Lee's Palace. It was sold out, not sold out, but it was packed. I don't know if it was sold out, but it was definitely a really awesome highlight for many reasons. It was Freed and Jen's birthday. Freed was our previous drummer. It was their birthday weekend, So it was special for a lot of different reasons. And as far as the album, yeah, I don't know. What do you guys? Sofo was on a lot of the underground blogs and stuff. What's been the? How's it been received in the grindcore world?
I threw it at a couple of channels online, YouTube, Grind War and War Grinder, and I remember one of the comments that I read was they were snorting black pepper to this album as a reaction.
Yeah.
I don't know what that feels like, but
And that's cool.
Like,
yeah.
I guess that's a good thing.
For sure.
Comment.
Our friends and family love it, and that's great too, you know. And along the way, you pick up some new fans. You know, we appreciate that you dig it, you know, so that's cool.
No, and one of the huge things I think we can all take away from this album is the extremely beautiful and well-detailed album cover that came with Nursery. Who is the creator behind it, and what made you, or what inspired you to kind of have this idea for this album cover?
Yeah, I don't want to mispronounce his name, so I'm going to send him up here. So it's Mozai Art and Design. He's up. We just came across it one day, just surfing, and you know, a lot of artists will post their art, right, for hoping for bands to pick it up. And we came across that art. We discussed it, bounced it around with some other pieces of work that we saw and some ideas, and felt like this is the one to run with, you know, because like as you said, it's a beautifully detailed. I don't know if it was just pencil or sketch. I don't think it's paint. I never bothered to ask. I'm horrible. I should have asked. But you're right. It just had just the shadowing, the features of the creature itself. It was just so different than anything we had ever even imagined releasing. So I don't know how you guys felt. Sofo, about the artwork? How did you feel when you first saw it?
Honestly, when I saw the artwork, I was tripped out, and I liked it. It was just a bunch of eggs, and I'm like, my God, this is crazy. It's a lot of detail. And I made the Burdizzo, you know, the bird and the Burdizzo.
There you go.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah.
Now, we all know 2020 was a pretty shitty year, but there's been a lot of good to come from it. If you really look hard enough and you dig through all of it, there's been a lot of great music that did come out and that is in the works. But what has Burdizzo been up to since all this fun happenings?
Oh man, well, we were definitely already writing new stuff by the time Nursery came out. Andrew made his exit shortly after that. You know, no issues. He just felt like it was time to move on, and we loved having him aboard for that time. And then, as you know, recently Freed left the fold once again. Nothing personal. He just had things to take care of, right? So we've just been busy writing, mainly Sofo. Sofo is the main driving force musically. Spencer comes in and will compliment and add stuff. And then, you know, Spencer wrote a song off of Nursery towards the tail end, which was great. So he's going to be contributing a lot more of Spencer-driven songs. So really stoked for that. I just kind of hang back and, you know, throw suggestions here and there and focus on lyrics. But maybe this is a good segue to say that, you know, now that Freed's gone, we love you, Freed. We thank you for, you know, all the years you spent with us. But now it's time to reveal the new guy. So this is for all, you know, our friends and fans and family members. Whenever you're ready, make yourself known.
Da-da-da-da.
Do it.
Wait, fuck.
There you go. So we've been working he's been working real hard with Sofo and Spencer when we could. Don't forget, during the year, we've had a lot of pauses in the studio, not being allowed to get in or shouldn't be going in, you know, trying to be very careful and reasonable. But here you go. Hand it off to Chris.
What am I supposed to say? What was the question? I'm sorry. Been a good...
What have we been doing with you this whole time?
Yeah.
What did we do to you?
Sorry. God, the inactivity really messed me. Well, basically, I learned all the songs except for like 2 of them, just because they're on the back burner. I'm learning them slowly, and yeah, me and Sofo were just about to start going in and doing like just playing around with riffs and drum patterns and stuff. And literally the next week, the lockdown happened, so now it has to happen virtually. So it's kind of a bummer, but it will get done nonetheless. So not much you can do about it, really.
Yeah, for sure. And to Colin's point, I mean, there's been good and bad throughout the year, and we've been very fortunate. It's a good thing it happened during these kooky times because we've had time to work with Chris and not have him feel pressured. It's like, dude, at your own pace. But he's been knocking them out one after another. So thanks, bud.
Oh, thank you guys. You made my drumming career come into a weird full circle. So just the irony of everything. So it's good. It's good. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Now, what made or trying to think of questions? Jesus. No. Okay. So, how easy of a decision was it to have Chris be the new drummer of the band?
Well, I mean, he is a great friend of the band, working with another band that's in our studio, Active Arson. He's been working with Miko as well for quite some time on another maybe side project. We'll get in the thing up there, but he's been working with all of us, and we kind of have gotten to know him rhythmically and well as a person. And he actually had Fareed's blessing as well. Fareed mentioned that he wanted kind of him to take the reins, so we gave him first crack at the choice there, and he decided that he wanted to do it. And now he's part of the group. He's been a great addition so far. He's learned the songs very quickly, and we're really lucky to have a guy like him going into writing this third album.
Excellent. And I knew I recognized you, Chris.
Yeah, I even have the same background and everything. I was like, oh God, am I going to come on? He's going to be like, this guy.
Hey,
No,
man.
I'm looking at you. And it's like, okay, you look familiar. Where do I know you from? And then as soon as they brought up After Arson, it's just like, yes, that's how.
Yeah, shameless plug. That's my other band.
Yeah, no, we were just chatting about it before and how throughout the history of the band, the way the band came together through Tim, just being invited, hey, you want to try this? I got a little project, you want to do this? And then Tim left, and then Sofo picked up the reins and said, hey, this is what I want to do. And then with every new member, there was no audition process. It was someone we knew, someone that was in the circle. So it was an amazing thing to experience. We didn't have to go through those headaches of trying to audition and, say no to someone else, right? That's always shitty too. So once again, much like how Spencer came into the fold, Chris is in just by a conversation. Like, what do you think? Do you got time? Do you want to do it? Do you like what we do? And sure enough, he's in.
Yeah, man. It honestly, it's good because I love having something like to practice towards, and every band or anything that I've been a part of, which is only 3 things, but still, it's good for me because it like lets me expand my musical horizons. Because especially my preferential listening is not any of the projects that I'm in. So like as a thing that I actually like to sit down and listen to. So it's good to be able to like expand upon it. Like it's made me discover things like Napalm Death, The Code is Red, which is phenomenal, and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So
That's my favorite album.
I'm trying to learn that song. It's too weird for me. Lots of weird time signature changes.
This is deafening.
Huh?
The silence is deafening.
No, The Code is Red.
Oh.
Oh.
Actual song, yeah, for the album.
But yeah, that's basically it on my part.
Awesome. Now, when it comes to writing after Nursery, what can we expect to be different compared from Nursery to this potentially next release when it might be out?
Trying to be more spastic, I guess.
Hmm.
Trying to be more spastic and maybe just different at the same time. I mean, I don't know. We just experiment with things all the time. That's the thing. Like we just kind of play around with the ideas and grind it all the time. I don't know if anyone, you know, feels the same way about that, but
Yeah, I mean the foundation of the process hasn't changed much. Like I said, Sofo and then now Spencer will send each other video clips, right? Here's a riff, here's a couple riffs. Maybe this is just a song idea, a little short one. And then once we get into the room, we may expand on it, or we might say, that's perfect the way it is, don't touch it, you know? So every song gets its fair time. You know, it's not like you get a bunch of songs and riffs and then we make these big decisions. It's like now we work with it. If it works, we continue working with it. We decide when it's done and move on to the next one, right?
Or like the time when we were all just, kind of getting our shit together one day at Jam, and you're like, hey, I just got to set something up. You guys just, I don't know, stay busy, write something. And then, Fareed's just behind the drum set, like, can't just pressure, talent like that. And then 45 minutes later, sure enough, we have a song. And,
Sure.
Yeah.
Some songs come that quickly. You're right. And
yeah.
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 Chris, are you nervous about new stuff?
Technical death grind.
Not really. I will say it will probably be in the same vein, but more busy. Because, like, I don't know. I've noticed I'm a very busy drummer. Like, completely unnecessary accents just for the sake of it. So, I don't know. That's my style. That's all I can really say to that. That'll be a lot different, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the least talented musically out of this group, so busier the better for me. I have what I've been dubbed the boardometer, the boardometer. So whenever things go on for too long, or we're just doing the same thing over and over, that's when I'll kind of speak up and go, let's try this, let's try that. So with these guys, with all their ideas, and Chris being as busy as he is on that kit, there's always something cool to play with. So I know we're going to have some really cool stuff for the next album. Some might be just straight up, some might not be. We don't know, right? So we've probably got about a good handful so far fleshed out, ready to be kind of firmed up, I guess, right?
Of course. Well, I know it's January right now at the time of this recorded interview. Maybe by the end of the year, do you think we could have the next release?
That's
the goal.
Yeah, that would be sweet. I think with this crew, I know it's possible. It's a question of how much can we do while we're sheltering in place, or with lockdown orders, before we can get back to it. It'd be nice. I mean, I know we weren't interested in doing a 2020 release, COVID related, and a lot of bands did, and that's great. I mean, we talked about it, we threw it around, we played with some song titles that were COVID related, but I think we just kind of didn't really feel like it was that interesting to us. We just wanted to focus on a good album. So we said, look, if not 2020, then 2021. And then Fareed made his exit, so it gave us time to pause once again and work with Chris. And so, yeah, it'd be really sweet to have something done by the end of 2021.
Yeah, that would be
awesome. Now, I know we've played you before on our radio show, and you were featured on the Reverend Radio Show once for an interview.
Yeah.
So my question is, is it still mind-boggling to you that your music has been played on the radio before?
Way to be humble, Sofo. Look, it's hard not to be proud. It's our work, right? It's our art. But for the many years that I've been doing it in different bands, I'm always pleasantly surprised that it's getting attention, getting airplay, anything I'm involved in, especially with Burdizzo. This is probably the second longest stint in a band in my career, if I can call it that, and I'm definitely very, very proud of everything we've done. I don't know, like, how about you guys?
I think it's always pretty cool to hear your art, your music recognized anywhere, whether it's on, your station, the Reverend station. We've had radio plays and podcasts and added to playlists across the globe with a couple of recognitions that have been really cool too, and kind of seeing how other people perceive the work. Kind of what we were alluding to earlier with some of the comments is it's pretty awesome. It's rewarding to kind of hear that. It's motivating to keep doing what you're doing and create some more and get that third, fourth, fifth song, album, whatever done.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely it's humbling, and it's just a huge honor. Like you guys, Sean, with with the Hawk, everyone's just been just amazing to us, right? It's almost like we can do no wrong, so we're kind of waiting to screw up and see what happens.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
grindcore is a very polarizing genre in the metal community. Let's be real. You either love it or you don't get it. Before you entered Burdizzo, for each of you, where was your stance on grindcore?
I'll answer first because I'm the newest.
Wait.
Honestly, I'm not too familiar with it. I've listened to, like, prior to joining Burdizzo, I listened to, like, a couple Napalm Death albums. Like, I think I listened to Scum and whichever one has Fallacy Dominion on it, because I really like that song. But for the most part, I didn't really know too much about it. I've listened to, like, random stuff, and I didn't. It's not that I didn't like the music. I like good production. Like, not to sound snobby, but like I like when I can actually hear what's going on, not like some trash can snare with like the guitar sounding like static in the background. So like that kind of stuff to me, it's not live. I would love to see it, but to listen to it like on an album, not too great. But like now being in Burdizzo, I've listened to a few things like Sofo recommends me bands. I've listened to like Creative Waste and PLF and stuff, and yeah, they're good. They're very good. Especially Creative Waste, the just excellent Saudi Arabian grindcore.
Oh my god.
So yeah, that's about it for me.
So full. It looks like you want to go.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, honestly, like I wanted to start grind band after like Legion broke up. So like essentially, Burdizzo was some like idea I've kind of like I guess speculated on or kind of just contemplated for a while. And then as soon as I got a chance to kind of make that band, I guess everything kind of came together after and formed what is now Burdizzo, which I'm really happy for and such. And yeah, I don't know, you guys.
Yeah, man. Sofo is definitely the resident grindcore connoisseur. He's exposed me to a lot of bands I've never heard of. I'm definitely more old school. I mean, obviously earlier Napalm. Then we got Extreme Noise Terror. But then it kind of got shied away because I was into the thrash explosion. Coming out of the punk scene. After the Dead Kennedys and DOA and. Even like old school rock or whatever. But then once, thrash came in, I started paying more attention to those bands. But then obviously Napalm were doing their thing. Nuclear Assault came out, and then Dan Illiker formed Brutal Truth. And man, they just blew my mind. They just kept getting better with every album. And as far as like newer bands, I mean, Leng Che, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that properly, but they're pretty hitting. Whelm is a kind of an underground, kind of popular band. The singer's an actor. He was in Atypical, I think. So just little bands you come across is kind of cool. Mass Grave from BC, and there's another Mass Grave in Europe, I think. I don't know. I haven't never heard of them, but and of course local bands. Just a lot of cool bands we've come across over the years.
Holy Grinder.
Holy Grinder from Montreal.
Yeah,
Fuck. I've totally.
No, they're from here. No, they're from here. Montreal, you got Holy Cost. Obviously, Fuck the Facts. A pioneering grind band from Canada. And then I'm drawing a blank. I feel horrible. But there's been some really cool bands that we've shared the stage with. God. Oh my God, guys, help me out. I mean, I'm starting to draw blanks. But
have you heard of Calgary Grind? Oh,
yeah.
No, go ahead.
Have you heard of Calgary grindcore band Narcissistic Necrosis?
Heard of them. Never let them penetrate my ears yet, though.
Not yet. But I will be listening to them shortly after this.
Me too.
And then Spencer, what is your stance on the last question I asked?
I mean, I'm gonna go to Chris's point about it being live. There's such an explosion of energy coming out of the music, and you know me. I love the death metal, thrash metal, kind of everything fast in your face, technical. Bands like Dying Fetus, a lot of skill goes into writing music like that, and being able to shorten it into such an explosion of sound is really cool. But also having the freedom to expand it into so much more. But again, bringing it back to the live, and hopefully we can get back to it soon, right? I think we're all missing shows. It is such a different experience to connect with people on that level of a floor, we'll call it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm down to one last question, and Spencer and Chris are exempt from it because they've already had to go through it once.
Well,
we asked this to all first-time guests, so Sofo and Miko, this is particularly directed for you two. We just like to test people's metal knowledge as they come on the show, just to make sure.
Great.
Great. The question is simple. Who would win in a fight, Lemmy or God?
Trick question.
I think Lemmy has God in a headlock as we speak, trying to drag him down to hell with him. No, yeah, come on. I mean, that's the beauty of grindcore, right? We can cite bands like Motorhead, we can cite bands like Black Sabbath, and then all the modern bands and say these are our influences because we've taken all that and ground them up. We grind them into our version of what we want to create. So anything goes. I mean, I'm almost getting a little bit sick of the elitism in grindcore right now. Maybe, for us still being somewhat not so immersed in grind culture. We love grindcore, but we listen to everything else, It just keeps things a bit fresh. We just try to grind it up, play it as fast as we feel comfortable and feel that it's good to our standards, however low they may be or however high they may be. I think we all try to push each other, of course. But yeah, Lemmy. The last time I saw Motorhead was at Heavy Toronto, and I had never been that close to them. That was a crazy, I don't know what year it was. It was one of the last ones. And I'll never forget that moment, We made eye contact. I mean, it was still daylight, you know what I mean?
Excellent. Well, Burdizzo, thank you so much for your time. I know this is your band practice night, but I really do appreciate taking the time to come on and talk to me for a little bit to do this quick interview for YouTube. Before I stop recording, is there anything else you would all like to say before or to the people watching this on YouTube?
Let's just take turns. Go for it.
Remember to only eat 2 bananas a day. You don't need that much potassium.
Trying to remember what I said last time. Anything can happen if you just believe.
That is true. That is absolutely true.
It's true.
All right, following Chris, the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. It's a little extra.
Sure. And
True.
What were you watching the other day? Because I heard that in some show or like movie the other day.
That's from Waiting.
uh,
That's
I
an
just
old
watched that the other day. That's what it is.
Nice. I don't know. As far as that little something extra, and what's really important to us is our fans, our friends, our family that support us over the years. Thank you so much. I know we've been very quiet all this time, but as you can tell, now you know we have something to show for all of our covertness, and working on getting Chris ready, which wasn't a lot of work. He really did his homework, and now just getting ready for the new stuff. So thank you so much for your patience and understanding, and just be safe. Whatever your perspective on what's happening right now, do what's right. Be safe, be well, because we want to see you guys real soon. Every one of you. Like, we were one of the lucky bands to play a show right before things shut down. I don't know about you guys, but I had a chance to sneak out and check out Residuo and Bleeding Out play. So there you go, two more kind of local awesome hitting bands that are doing amazing things. So we all miss it. We can talk about seeing live shows for another hour, right? We're fans first and foremost before musicians, I think. So
Excellent. Again, thank you so much for your time. And until next time, everyone, keep on thrashing.
Peace out.
thanks, Colin. Thank you. Cheers.